Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. This is Janki Panchal. I'm a fellow member with ACCA and I am a tutor for ACCA also. Today, we are going to talk about the ACCA Study Hub. Well, it has been in news for a very long time now. And my idea today is to decode that for you, right? So let's start with opening the My ACCA portal. Here, I'm using one of my students' ACCA portal. So a big thank you to her to let me access it and where I can show you how to access the study portal, right? So let's start. If you see this dashboard, okay, so if you are a ACCA student, you would be registered with ACCA. And by this time, you should have your own ACCA ID and password, right? So with your own ACCA ID, you need to log into your My ACCA portal. And this is the dashboard, how it looks. Now on the dashboard, if you see on the left side, there is My Qualification, right? So you need to click on My Qualification. Once you are on My Qualification, this is something which you're very familiar with because this is where we normally book our ACCA papers from, right? So here you can see ACCA Study Hub. So let's click on the ACCA Study Hub now. When you click on to the ACCA Study Hub, this is where you will be coming. This is all the subjects of ACCA that we have studied so far or that you want to study. Sorry, I'm a fellow member, so I said studied so far. But yeah, so as a ACCA student, this is all the, all the subjects of ACCA that we need to know, because once we pass all the 13 papers is when we progress to becoming the members, obviously with the other expectations like PERs and EPSM module. So here all the subjects of ACCA are available, right from the applied knowledge level where you have MA and BT and FA, right? So those subjects did have a little, little lack in resources, which I found earlier, majorly because there were not enough of practice given to them. But here they have got a beautiful platform where you can practice a lot of quizzes individually for all the subjects, right? So let's start with any subject. So let me just pick up, say, financial accounting. So if I click on financial accounting, there's a little button says go to exam. And I'm going to click on that first. Right. So this is the financial accounting paper, which is also known as F3 in some areas. If you are coming from the FIA channel, so, if you finished your 10th standard and you are doing your ACC after 10th, you cannot get admission directly in that. So that's why you come through the FIA channel or Foundation in Accountancy channel. So paper FFA is something that you need to give. So, the both of them are same, financial accounting or foundation in financial accounting. And this is the study material that is provided by ACCA on the study hub, which we can see right now. They've got various chapters and, each chapter has got a lot of information. So for example, if I'm going to go into, see anything like a type of business transaction. So I'm just going to click on type of business transactions and we can see all the business transactions that are, given as a study material by ACCA itself. Now, there is one more interesting thing. Let me just put my video a little down, which is your functions here, right? So if you want to use a calculator is available. If there's a sum that you want to calculate, it's available here. Then you have a little highlighting section. So, it's giving you a lot of interface where you can directly use this material as good as any ebook or any study material that you would have otherwise used. If I'm suppose using the highlighter, I want to use a highlighter to highlight certain things, it is highlighting it, right? Then I've got an eraser, so I can erase the work. I've got a bookmark also. If I want to bookmark certain things and I want to come back to it later, that can also be done here. So let me just bookmark this page, for instance. If I want to make my own notes, reading what I understand out of here, that is also possible. I can just put my own notes here. I can just type my own notes here. Maybe just I'm writing, let's just say ACCA Study Hub, right? I'm just writing something random. But I want to add up as a note. I can also make a note. So super features are being given here. Super features. When I opened this study hub and I accessed it, I was so impressed by it that I thought I have to make a video immediately on this to make sure that everybody who is using ACCA's resources and study material should get an access to it and should understand how to use it. Right. So coming back to what I was doing, yeah, you can use your notes, your bookmarks, and this is a very beautiful tool which is called confidence level. So with the confidence level, basically, let me just go back to actually partnership. If I'm reading this work, okay, and I really like this work, what I can do is maybe, oh, I'm very confident about it. So I can say maybe I'm high confident in here. Going to another topic, which is saying limited liability. And I think maybe I'm medium confident about it. So I can click on medium confidence about it. Going to another topic, say financial reporting, it's recording, analyzing, etc. Maybe I feel low confidence in this. I can click on low, right? And then continue with it. When we look at the synopsis of it, I can figure out how much is my confidence level in FA paper in certain topics. So partnership is something which I'm highly confident about. Limited liability is something where I have got medium confidence, and I've got low confidence in, for example, financial reporting. That's what we are reading, right? So I can always go back to that particular thing from the confidence level itself and revise it, right? If you remember, I did a little bit of notes also. So I'm just going to go to notes, and I wrote a little notes on types of business transactions. So I can also open up my notes with a particular reference. If you see, there's a reference, right? So that is also something that we can do here. We have bookmark something. So that bookmark is also something that you can bring it here. You can obviously delete the bookmark once you are gone through it. So I'm just going to delete this little section here. And I have highlighted anything. Well, I highlighted, and if you remember, I deleted it also. So that's not visible here. If I would have highlighted and kept it, it would have been seen here also. So if you see, the tools are so interactive, like the confidence level, the little details that ACC has made sure that we all, are using it in real life as a student is also something which is here, which I completely liked. Second interesting thing is flashcards, right? So there are certain flashcards which gives you memories about certain things. So for FA, for example, we have got statement of financial position, statement of profit and loss, cash flow. So these are some key terms which we need to understand, because once we understand them, we can just recollect all the information and memory that we have for a particular flashcard. That is also something that they have put up here. There are quizzes which are chapter wise, which is really amazing. So each chapter, for example, today I'm going to go through one chapter. Okay. And I revise that chapter, and I'm going to make some, I want to test myself, right? So if I want to do that, what do? I revise, or I read chapter 1 and I want to test myself. Then I just click on the quizzes and I start the quiz for chapter 1. And then I can randomly answer everything. If you notice, everything is timed of how much time this question takes, which is super detailed, and how much time the total exam is taking. So for example, I'm randomly putting B, right? And then confirm, and then next C, and then confirm, and D, and confirm, and A, and confirm. And well, I'm just randomly doing it. Yeah. So don't judge me on this. And if you see, I've not got any answer correct, but that's okay. I was just trying to explain this to you. If you notice, it gives you a summary of how much you have scored, what was the correct answer, what is the wrong answer, right? If you click on the review, you will see that the lesson that was connected to was this much. The answer was C, but I clicked on B, right? So superb details. Each and everything that a student wants to practice is available on the platform. Then comes the practice part. Practice part is where normally, section B questions come, where there are objective type questions. The question is a little larger, and you can, practice them also here. So if I start practice on a OT, there are 19 questions. You can confirm and you can carry on and, just carry on with the questions. And, maybe skip a couple off so I can just go back to the main page. And if I don't want to do the whole thing, I can always click on done practicing. So I can just go back on the main page, right? So if you see the details which are given in terms of the flashcards, the quiz, the practice, as good as how you can use the, the chapters or the study resource, the notes itself is so informative, and so interface is so clear that it is a beautiful platform for anyone to start with. If you notice, previously also we had an access to the CBE platform where mostly section C questions or the typed questions were available. But when it comes to the MCQs or OTs or objective type questions, there was always a lack of it in terms of the resources, which is also now available. So imagine how much input this thing is giving to us, how much beautiful study resource we are getting in terms of, passing our ACCA papers. So that was all my intention, guys and girls, today to show you the Study Hub. I hope you've got a lot of information from them. Please feel free to connect with me anytime. Our Insta page is at Janki J Panchal FCCA. And please like and share our videos and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much.